What's up, guys? Alex here, and what we're going to talk about in this video is kind of doing a forensic analysis of the bets that you place and trying to see, okay, am I a profitable sports bettor? Am I beating the market? So what's interesting about football as opposed to NBA is a lot of your bets, they're not going to be happening that specific day. So there's a large lag, right? If there's a great NFL betting opportunity on Monday for the upcoming Sunday's games, you should still place that bet. It's still a profitable bet, even though the game is 6 days away and there's a lot of time for lines to move around. Great bets don't last forever, right? And odds will change. So, as an example, we bet on the Cardinals a few days ago at minus 205 odds. So, we bet on in the 49ers Cardinals game. We took the Cardinals minus 205. This market actually hasn't moved much. No major injuries, nothing like that. The Cardinals are still roughly, minus 215 favorites. This bet, Pinnacle's barely moved at all. I believe when we placed that bet, they had plus 207 on the 49ers. So this is obviously a bet we're still happy with. But you can see minus 205, it doesn't exist anymore. If we wouldn't have placed this bet on Monday or Tuesday, whenever it was, we wouldn't have been able to get the Cardinals minus 205 odds. So what we'll do is we'll kind of take the Pinnacle zero vig line. So we'll do what we've done in other videos. The Cardinals are minus 236 on Pinnacle, and the 49ers are plus 207 on Pinnacle. So once you remove the juice from Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker out there, you can see that the current fair odds implied by Pinnacle's market is roughly minus 215. Right? So once you remove the juice from Pinnacle, the fair line is minus 215, which implies a win percentage for the Cardinals of 68.32% and a win percentage, for the 49ers of 31.68%. So we still like our bet at minus 205 odds, right? If we were able to cash this out for full value, we wouldn't want to. But let's say, we got the 49ers plus 205 and this was the current zero vig line, right? We would want to cash it out for full value if we could. Mathematically speaking, the fair odds, according to Pinnacle, on the 49ers would be plus 215, and we got plus 205. That's not a bet we like anymore, so you want to cash it out. But you can see we still like minus 205, so we're not going to do anything with it. If we could cash out, we wouldn't cash it out. And this bet is still profitable. It's a positive expected value bet. So we took the Cardinals minus 205. We bet 204.90 on it. We have our implied win percentage from Pinnacle, our implied loss percentage. So according to Pinnacle, we should be winning this bet 68.32% of the time. That is the fair zero juice win probability. And we should be losing this bet 31.68% of the time. So we bet 204.90 at minus 205 odds. So our profit is just 204.9 times 100 over 205, $99.95 if we win. So our expected profit is our win percentage times our profit minus our loss percentage times our stake, right? So our expected profit is 337 on our 204, 90 bet. So the edge on this bet is 1.64%. So it's a profitable bet. It's a bet we like. And this is a bet we'd want to keep open. Again, if we had the 49ers plus 205 or something like that, you'd want to cash it out because the current fair price is plus 215.63. And just kind of to speak to the point of positive expected value betting, like you can see in this Everton versus West Ham game, this game's not for another 8 days. But this, plus 240, maybe that's a bet you want to be on. Pinnacle's only giving you plus 205. Pinnacle's a very sharp bookmaker when it comes to soccer especially, and they're only giving you plus 205. So there's some value in this plus 240, but, the game's still 8 days away. The line could move. But again, profitable betting opportunities, they're not going to last forever. Like Kyler Murray could have gotten injured yesterday during practice, and the Cardinals could now be minus 115 odds. But that's random. You never know what's going to happen in advance as a sports bettor, and you always just want to make sure your bets are profitable at the time of placing the bet. Of course, bad things can happen. Players can get injured, but that's random, right? The line can move in your favor. The line can move against you. So you definitely want to be placing bets that are still in, a few days away if there are good betting opportunities and good odds, because those good odds, they're not going to last forever. So we can kind of look through. We can look through another bet. So we have under 24 points in the 49ers Cardinals game, first half total points. So another bet in this game, we have under 24 points plus 120 odds. So if we go here and we go to the Cardinals game, we can find this current zero vig line, and maybe we like it, maybe we don't like it anymore. And if we don't like it, maybe DraftKings will let us cash out for full value. So you can see the over under 24. This bet actually looks pretty incredible. When we placed it, it was really good, and it looks like it got even better. So this line moved in our favor. Again, it's random. We placed this bet a couple days ago, and this line moved in our favor. That won't always happen. Sometimes the bet will move against you, and it will no longer look good. If the sportsbook lets you cash it out for full value, then you can cash it out for full value. So we got under 24 plus 120 odds, the current zero vig line from Pinnacle. So over 24 is minus 109, under 24 is minus 106, and we got plus 120 on this under 20 or under 24 first half total. So we can go here. We can go to the no vig odds calculator. Pinnacle's market is minus 109, minus 106. So the win probability for a bet, we bet the under, is 49.66, right? So our win percentage is 0.4966. Our loss percentage is 1 minus that. Our loss percentage is 1 minus this, and we staked $350. So this is Cardinals first half, total under 24 points plus 120 odds. Our profit if we win, we bet $350 at plus 120 odds. So our profit if we win is just 350 times 1.2. So our profit if we win is 420, which is what you can see on DraftKings right here. Under 24 plus 120, our potential payout is 420 if this bet is to win. So the expected value of this bet, we should be winning, according to Pinnacle, roughly 49.66% of the time. That's the zero vig implied win probability. So 49.66% of the time we'll be winning 420, and the rest of the time we'll be losing our stake of $350. So this bet is really good. The line moved in our favor a bit. When I placed it, it didn't look this good, but I'll take it. And that means the edge on this current bet is roughly 9.252, which is really good. So our total edge with these two bets we looked at from FanDuel and DraftKings we're sitting at roughly 35.75 in expected profit. So again, you can kind of go through all your bets that you placed over the course of the week. Some lines will move against you. Some lines will move in your favor. If the line moves against you, maybe the sportsbook lets you still cash it out for full value. And at that point, you can cash out, let's say the fair line, let's say the fair win probability here was 0.42 or something, and this bet is now bad. It's a negative expected profit. Then what we could try to do is just see if DraftKings let us cash out our wager $350 for the full amount of $350, and then we could cash it out. But we won't do that because obviously this bet is good. So we have two bets that currently look good to the sports betting market. We're happy with these two bets, and that's your goal as a sports bettor. Again, some lines are going to move against you. Some lines will move in your favor, but that shouldn't discourage you from placing bets a few days out, a week out, even 2 weeks out. Because again, great betting opportunities, they're not going to last forever. So if lines start to open up Monday, some early sharp action starts to come in, lines start to move, line discrepancies start to pop up. Those are bets that you still want to place. So what we can do is kind of scroll through and so we kind of analyzed two bets in this video. The point of this video is just to kind of show you that, the types of forensic analysis, this is called looking at, your closing line value as a sports bettor. We're looking at, okay, what are the current fair odds for us winning, for us losing? Is our bet still profitable? Do we have edge? Do we not have edge? And obviously you want to keep the bets open that have edge, and, you want the majority of your bets to generate edge. So as long as this number, your total profit is, above zero, then you're doing good. Like if this moved, if the Cardinals were now fair odds of 66, percent to win, this bet wouldn't be profitable. So we could try to cash it out on FanDuel for full value if they let us, but we'd still be a profitable sports bettor, right? Like we placed two bets and our two bets for the weekend are still generating a positive expected profit when you look at the joint, EV of both bets. So not every line, like it's very rare. I'm sure I have some bets that I placed over the course of the week that are no longer profitable. And, if I were currently in a regulated state, I'd try to cash them out. But these two bets are still profitable. So obviously we're pretty happy keeping them open. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, looks like there's a good betting opportunity on WinBet if, you're able to get on North Carolina versus Florida State. The point is really just, as a sports bettor, you want to make sure you're constantly beating the market and you're generating positive expected value. You're generating positive closing line value. And if you are doing that, you are going to make money as a sports bettor.